Hello there, UK here, and I'm just going to do a tour of the garden today. It's very wet, and I suppose that's great for the vegetables, but in one way it is, and in another it just means that things aren't ripening. So the tomatoes, of which there are basically hundreds, they're just not turning red. Okay, so I'm just going to start with the grow houses. The aubergine, which is here, still has produced no aubergines, and all of the flowers seem to just die off. So I'm not quite so sure why that is. It seems quite warm in there, but anyway, that's the way it is. Not a success. At the back there's a couple of tomato plants which aren't really doing very much at all, and the cucumber plants which are here, and they have quite a lot of flowers on them, these little tiny flowers, but no cucumbers yet, so I suspect they're all going to grow at once, and then we'll have a glut of cucumbers and I'll have to make some preserves with them, which will be fine by me. Haven't had any feedback on the chilies, which I'm beginning to think probably just turned purple. That one at the bottom has now gone completely purple. So the closest I have to a red tomato is at the back of here. I don't know if you can just see. I'm probably going to knock them off if I get too close. So let me see if I can zoom in a bit. They're not red, they're just kind of yellowy orange. But hey, yeah, good. The pepper plant, I've cut the 4 large peppers off, and I now have as many again growing. The 4 peppers that I cut off in the week have gone into making homemade chutney. So I have a mountain of chutney now to give as gifts as well as to eat ourselves. So let's start over here now. It's quite cool outside. Cool as in cold, not as in hey, that's cool. Right, so here we have the potatoes, which I moved onto here. These are all Christmas potatoes, and I've moved them onto the patio, and I've tried to sort of make a frame kind of thing that I can bind string around so that they don't flop all over the place. I've noticed that when they flop, then the slugs find it easier to get onto the plant in the first place. Although there really is no stopping slugs once they start. Let's have a look here then. We have the raised beds full of tomatoes, just full, completely full of little green tomatoes, so I just want them to go red. I've said that before, I know. I've said it for a few weeks now. Anyway, one day hopefully they'll turn red. Sunflowers looks really gross. It's quite artistic in a way, I suppose. By the way, I don't know if you can hear that music, but it's a neighbour of mine playing his music. I think he's singing to Grease, Summer Love, Happens So Fast. It's cool. And not in a cool way. Okay, so bless. Lettuce, little gem, and these will be providing us with gooseberries, hopefully, these gooseberry bushes. And what else do we have? Let's have a look. Basil, oregano. This is really pretty, really pretty. It's done very well. Smells nice. And mint, which seems to be doing okay. Nice. And the parsnip bed, which is a riot, basically. Let's see. Oh, the chives are really taking off. At last. Just as I say that, everything starts dying though, so I'm not going to tempt fate, I suppose I should say. Sage. Don't know if you have that irresistible urge to rub leaves and get the smell of a plant or what have you. I just can't help it. Chard, which I've never actually eaten any of yet because it always ends up like this. I think this is celery parcel, which is supposed to taste a bit like celery. Square foot bed, let's see. That's doing okay. I mean, they look like they want to turn red, don't they? Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. They look like they want to turn red. Like if they got a bit of sunshine, they possibly would. Patty pan squash, I had a massive one the other day and gave it away because I've already got loads that I've harvested that I've had to dehydrate, etc. And also made mixed pickles with little mini squash growing on there. The beans at the back over there. Oh my lord, that is the first bean I have seen. Just look. We have a bean. Oh yay! How exciting is that? Have a bean. I don't want to pick it, there's only one. Oh, there's only one. I suppose one's better than none, isn't it? But it would have been nice if there was another bean. Oh. But still, one bean has grown. Ha, that's cool. Leek's doing okay. The goji berry or honeyberry, whatever that is there, is looking very poor. Very poorly, in fact. So everything's kind of doing okay. I have a lot of empty spaces now in here. I pulled the beetroot out yesterday and it had been quite, well actually, ooh, hang on, big bee there. Just want to, not hassling, don't want to show you this. This is one of the beetroot I pulled out. Big hole. Slugs been at it, you see. So there wasn't much to be pulled out really. They weren't very good. So overall, I kind of get the feeling that there's a lot I want to do differently next year. And once this season is over, once the everything starts to wind down, I think that I'm going to have to make some plans of how I want things to be and where I want to grow things, and now I know how things grow because I didn't, because I've never grown anything. I know how much space things need now and how much support they need, and also things like brassicas that need covering so that they don't have cabbage whitefly and hence caterpillars devouring them. So this is this side of the garden, as you can see, and there's not much to tell really, apart from the fact that there's no sunshine to bring everything on. Everything's getting enough water, there's no doubt about that. There's just no sunshine. So we could do with a bit of that, but we've not really had a summer here. So as you can see, the beds are really very densely planted. They're so easy to care for, the raised beds. I'm going to have to do a little video on that sometime. Right, I'm going to end this video now, and then I'm going to do the other side of the garden and we'll see what's happening over there. So thanks for joining me, and hopefully you'll join me for the next part. God bless.